Welcome along to another episode of Behind the Kitchen Counter. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull up a cookbook. It's going to be a Seabream recipe, but instead of Seabream we're going to change it out. We're going to do it with fresh snapper. This is coming from New Zealand. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull up a cookbook from one of my old mentors, I guess, in a way, someone that I used to work for a long time ago. What we have, Ramsay, Ultimate Cookery course. It's going to be a Seabream recipe, but instead of Seabream we're going to change it out. We're going to do it with fresh snapper. This is coming from New Zealand. We're going to break it down, fillet it, and then we're going to cook it in the pan. We've also got a nice salad that's going to go alongside of it. So cherry tomatoes, olives, fresh herbs, so a little bit of coriander, my favourite, basil, a little bit of lemon juice to finish it off, and then you can't cook without butter, so some butter as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to start at the head, and we're just going to run our blade along it. We're going to score the base of the tail, and then we're going to come back up under the rib cage, and just come back down to meet the base of the tail. So you basically just marked up the fish. We're then also just going to come around the back of the head, and just come right down to the base of the belly. So the fish is already marked up. This is going to make it a lot easier when you start to break down the fish. Lightly lift it up, and just keeping the blade right against the rib cage. Come over the rib cage, the spine. Now you've got two choices. You can either go through and then debone it afterwards, or you can keep your blade nice and tight to it. No pierce the skin and just come off the rib cage. First fillet it off, and then going to flip the fish over and do exactly the same again. Alright, so we've got our fillet snapper. Just going to bring the belly off a little bit just to tidy the fillet up. Alright, so we're just going to pin bone the fish real quickly. So the bone's running along the spine. Pull them out, just be very gentle because you want to keep the flesh intact as much as possible. Quickly run the blade over the fish as well, just to double check there's no scales. And there we have it. 2 fillets of snapper ready to go. Alright, so we're going to go into the tomato salad. It is so simple, so easy. It's literally 5 ingredients. We're going to quickly take the tomatoes, cut them in half. So this recipe is like perfect at this time of the year. So tomatoes cut in half. Quickly take the olives as well. We're going to just quickly cut them in half as well. And then what we're going to do next, we're actually going to put them in the pan, and we're going to lightly warm them. A little bit of olive oil in the pan. Alright, so the oil's nice and warm. Tomatoes are going to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to turn those tomatoes over just a little bit, just so we can get a little stir on the face of them. Olives have gone into the pan. We're just going to reduce the liquid down that's in the olive as well. I'm going to give them a little bit of a stir now. Going to add a little bit of pepper in there as well, and we're going to add in a little bit of herbs. We're just going to keep a little bit of herbs back just to finish off and garnish with. So you're going to chop them very lightly. So basil into the pan, a little coriander as well. Give that a nice little chop. Coriander goes in. That little toss. Right. So once we're at that stage, we're going to take it out of the pan. This is the bowl. Just let it sit for a little bit. I'll probably add in just a little bit of olive oil as well, just to give it a bit more of a dressing. Alright, so the tomato, olives, and the herbs come out of the pan. We're just going to let that sit to marinate for a little while. And while we're letting it marinate, we're going to get the fish on and start cooking that. Alright, so we've got a beautiful snapper fillet. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to give it a very light score, just along the skin a couple of times. We're going to give it a quick season, a little bit of salt. Vegetable oil. Now the trick here is to not get the pan too hot to start with. So we're just going to gently put the fish in. Nice low temperature. Just give it a gentle push, just to hold it down. Just reduce the temperature just a little bit. And we're going to start trying to get that oil under the skin just to get it nice and crispy. Most important thing with fish when you're cooking it, it's all about temperature control. So if you need to bring the temperature of the pan up a little bit, you do so. If you need to reduce it a little bit because the fish is cooking too quick, just slow it down a bit. So the fish is basically 3/4 cooked. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to gently flip it over, and we're going to add in a little bit of butter. A little bit of butter is always going to make things taste a lot better. I'm just going to give that fillet a nice little base just to finish it off. And by the time you actually rest the fish, probably going to be cooked all the way through is the aim of the game. So you basically want to take it out just before the fish is cooked, allow it to rest, and it's going to be beautiful, moist on the inside. A little bit of lemon juice over the top. And then we're going to take the fish out. Alright, so the fish is resting. What we're going to do, we're going to quickly check the salad. So like I said, it's already got olives in it. It actually does not need any salt. Now we're just going to finish the salad off with a little bit of lemon juice. Give that a little toss. Nice, simple, easy way to plate it. So get the salad straight in the middle of the plate. Then our fish, it's just been resting for a minute or two. It's going to go on top. Fresh leftover herbs that we just chopped up. So a little bit of basil, a little bit of coriander on top. And there's a reason why I left the pan on the side of the stove. And that's because we're going to finish it off with that nice Burmese. Alright, so there we have it. Gordon Ramsay's Ultimate Cookery. This is the down under version. No Seabream, snapper instead, served alongside a tomato and olive salad. It's super simple, super easy. There we are, cooking from a cookbook.